Well, the whole internet is currently losing its mind over Luigi's warp pipe in Mario Tennis Aces. I'm here to remind you that this isn't the first time Mario games have featured anything south of the border. Lest we forget this odd geological.
He was playing the video I sent him. You're not the only one. 3 people sent me this video. And it's about Luigi's cock. So we're watching it.
In every other episode. But today we're breaking from tradition and going back, way back to the earliest days of this show, to a time when I had much more questionable taste in episode topics, to a time 6 years ago when I jokingly promised to make up for the boobs episode with a video like this. And yet, here we are, 2018, and a legitimate topic being discussed online is Luigi's short bulge. It's true. If you hadn't heard, in mid-March, Nintendo released promotional images for Mario Tennis Aces, specifically one of Luigi. Immediately, and I mean immediately, the internet noticed that there were some weird shadows hanging around in Luigi's undercarriage, when normally it's just a whole lot of stairs. It's time to jump to conclusions and immediately start measuring. Tumblr user 428 raced in and using the tennis racket in Luigi's hand as a guide, immediately deduced that Luigi's power shroom measured in at 3.7 inches or 9.4 centimeters in length. And can I just say this again? It is scary how fast the internet turned their attention to the crotch of this sexless video game character. Now, you might be asking yourself, why the heck am I even talking about this? And, well, that's a really good question, actually.
I legit thought this was a joke. I was like, there's no way in hell this is actually a Matt Pet video.
Something I'm left to ask myself literally every single day. But as the internet's pioneer of pixel measurements, whenever someone online starts rattling off the heights, or in this case, lengths, of Nintendo characters, I'm called in like a nerdier version of Snopes. And let me say this, if we're looking to determine whether Luigi's manhood is more of a shy guy or a Giga Bowser, there's a bit more work that needs to be done here. So in honor of April Fool's Day, while all the other channels are just coming up with some stupid clickbait video or lame prank, I'm gonna do the same thing I always do. This may come as a surprise to you, but over the course of the last 214 episodes, I may have made the occasional teeny tiny mistake or slightly silly assumption.
Wow.
Hey, get out of here, Wario. You too, Sonic.
Wow.
Hey,
Game Theory said something and it wasn't true.
So you don't have any reason to complain. But taking chances, making mistakes, and getting messy is
I
all
wonder
about
if we're,
learning,
if
growing,
we're
and recognizing those same pitfalls.
Talking hard or soft here. It said flaccid at the thing. It said 3.7 inches flaccid. So what I'm thinking is, that's a decent sized flaccid. You know, like I feel like if you're a good grower, you could get quite a bit higher than that from 3.7. You can probably get to like maybe 7 or 8 inches.
In life.
Probably more like 6.
One thing that I know for certain at this point is that you can't presume that the world of Mario
but that's just assuming that he's a big grower. You don't really know.
Standard sized anything.
Also, why must the internet be like this? Because it's funny. Pretty average. Yeah, I think he probably has an average sized penis. We're 3 minutes into this video, and I'm thinking it's about, yeah, right there.
Standard-sized tennis rackets. And this is exactly where 428's math goes a little off the rail. Racket. Nope, when you're dealing in the Mushroom Kingdom, there's only one true ruler that we can go by. Mr. Sociopath himself, Mario Jumpman Mario.
Oh, now are we measuring Mario's penis?
As loyal theorists probably know by heart at this point, Mario has a canon height of 100 and...
Please delete your commentary. You need to not have access to streaming. Are you saying my commentary isn't good? You don't like my commentary on this very good video? He has the biggest penis in the world. Who, Mario or Luigi? Mario?
55 centimeters or just over 5 foot.
Okay, let's hear about his penis.
This means that if we can get Mario next to anything in his world, we can measure it pretty darn accurately.
Access to streaming? Has this stream been too much for you to handle, Bean? Or is your heart going out? You are pretty old. This video is just funny. I don't know.
Analyzing a tennis game, what
the doxing can make you uncomfortable. This is just funny.
And Mario Power.
I love this video. It makes me a bit sad though.
Plenty of shots of Mario alongside his brother. My all-time favorite Mario moment.
What's the all-time favorite Mario moment? Fuck you, Captain Crunch. I want to hear about Luigi's dick.
And if you think that's bad, I found a Mario moment.
Bro, imagine being a guy. And okay, like, I have mixed feelings about this Luigi guy, you know. I mean, I guess we'll have to see how big his penis is. That'll help me make a decision about him. But, first of all, he wears a lot of green, which, I don't know. I like green. Color of a lot of great things. Just saying. But then, like, that's good. But then he also has a giant L just sitting on his forehead all day, every day of his life. And it's because he's not the main character. He never gets, actually he does get to be the main character at Luigi's Mansion. I don't know. Okay, but he just takes L's, okay? He just takes L's.
With that tops it. But more on that one later.
YouTube Premium?
Pixel precise measurements.
YouTube Premium is the most overpriced piece of shit.
From a variety of different cutscenes throughout the game, as well as this image of the standard Mario height chart, we can determine that Luigi is, on average, 12% taller than Mario, putting him at a whopping 1.736 meters, or 5 foot 8 inches.
Damn.
Not really that.
That's not that.
Now here is where the fun part really begins.
I'm
Using
taller
those
than both
updated
of them.
numbers, we can apply our updated and
6
canon-approved
foot.
pixel
Flex.
ruler to the PD Piranha and Luigi's pants. By measuring out the length of the bulge as indicated by the shadow on his shorts, it gives us a length of 10.85 centimeters,
I can't
or
believe this is a Matt Pat
4.3
video.
inches. It's definitely a bit more Mega Mushroom than the internet was leading us to believe, but
4.3.
wait, it doesn't end there. Because we actually have to adjust the way that we're handling Luigi's one-eyed Cobrat. Handling his one-eyed, hey, probably could have phrased that one a little bit better. You see, there's a scientific standard for measuring ye old
I thought
dinglehopper and
Luigi is taller. Yeah, Luigi is taller. It just said that. Luigi's 5'8", Mario's 5'1". Mario is like a fucking
Falls
shrimp.
beginning the measurements at the pubic.
I am the height of Mario.
The pubic bone is
Hell
protected by the mons pubis, a layer of skin and adipose tissue. The scientific
Taller than 5'8"? Yeah. I mean, they're both really fucking short. It's kind of weird, actually. I don't know.
appropriate word for fat. In general, women have a thicker mon than a man's mon, but none can compare to a Pokemon. Since our measurements are from the outside of Luigi's mons pubis, and
I thought
in
he
fact,
was
the
like
outside of his pants
6'2".
as a whole, we gotta
Yeah.
factor all those numbers into our calculations. Now, men typically have a half
Mario's
inch of this
4'7"?
adipose
No, he's
tissue to be
5'1".
added on to whatever you
Said
can
that.
see on the outside, which gives us a total length of 12.168 centimeters, or over 4.8 inches for Luigi. Oh, and by the way, congratulations to all you fellows out there who know you're gonna try this at home after the episode ends. Don't pretend that you won't. Just be happy that
Oh,
now you
don't
know
pretend
it's
like I already
scientifically
have
appropriate
it,
to add
bro.
on a half inch to your ruler measurements. Men of the world, rejoice! It's like getting that last bonus star for your pants. But before you go running off with your tape measures, we're not quite done with Luigi yet. The last thing we gotta do is subtract off a total of 3 millimeters from the measurements we just took to account for the thickness of typical gym shorts and whatever underoos Luigi's sporting down there. That leaves our final total at 11.858 centimeters, or 4.66 inches. Ta-da! Mom, are you proud of me? Wait, I hear your rumblings in the comments. You want more? What? We calculated the length of Luigi's little Goomba. I'm scarred enough
No,
from
it
staring my
was
childhood
flaccid, though.
heroes
We
in
need
the
to know
crotch
how
for the
many
last 3 hours.
centimeters
What else do you
more,
want
inches
from me?
more.
You want to know what? Oh, it's the big
full
ticket
power.
you're interested in. When Luigi's flying down
I
on the
told
rainbow
you.
road of love,
I
what's
told
going
you,
on
this
when
is
he's
gonna
revving
change
it up to
everything.
150
Luigi's
cc's?
packing, I swear.
Jeez, this is a man's private information. I should send you out of this video
I might
right
need to
now.
stream till the video
But
is
since you
over.
asked, I was
Honestly,
curious too. So
super
of course I
valid.
did the calculations.
Super valid. If this video or anything about this is making you uncomfortable, please feel free to leave a lurk, even leave if you need to. I honestly, understandable. I'm really sorry if this is making you uncomfortable. I just think this is funny.
To see if Luigi would still measure up, or if, when it counts, his manhood just ends up being in another
pretty
castle. It turns out that there's a massive variation in the length of your pocket rocket when it, in fact, chooses to blast off again. And we know this when we say that guys are either showers, out there like a chain chomp for the world to see, or growers.
Bro, I've already
the
explained
shy
this whole
guys
section of the video,
botanical
Matt
mushroom
Pat.
kingdom. Now,
Give it your time.
Luigi
Give
could fall into either camp, so we won't be able to pin down an exact number, but we will be able to get the range here.
That's actually
Bro-
such a good representation of a shower versus
Growers
a grower.
and showers end up
It's
getting
literally Hulk. He's definitely a grower.
bigger in preparation for the final boss, but for some, that one-up mushroom just makes
It's all
a
right,
bigger
just kind of
difference,
awkward,
so to speak. For showers,
with my
on
dad right
average,
across the
they're
table with me and no headphones. Yeah, I would turn it down to like a 1. I'm sorry. Mark Ruffalo is a grower. Of
putting on
course,
an extra
of course. Mark
10%
Ruffalo is
in
so
length,
hot.
which means that at the very, very least, Luigi's achieving 5.13 inches.
At
But
the least.
lucky Luigi, 79% of men are growers, which means statistically he's likely to get even more star power out of his big moments. Growers gain, on average, 50% length, which, boy howdy, means that Luigi's
That's
looking at a
That may be the average, but I'm never
Total of 6.99. The heck? Let's just round it up to 7 total inches, or 17.78 centimeters. Well above average, according to the British Journal of Urology study last year that found that the average length of a man's disco stick is about 5.2 inches. It's no wonder that Daisy sticks around. So there you have it. Add this one to your fan wikis. The official size of Luigi's plunger goes from a floppy 4.6 to a firm 5.1 on the low end, 7 on the high. Now, I know those numbers might seem a bit flaccid, but throw me a bone here. Calculating this was a hard one. But call me Viagra because I am still going strong. Because there's one final question I'm sure you all have on your minds.
Oh my god, wait,
how does
Mario stack
Mario
up?
compare?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the promo
Let's see this.
for Mario Tennis Aces doesn't have as many suspicious shadows in Mario's pants, meaning we can't go through the exact same level of calculations here. Fortunately for us, though, we wouldn't need to anyway, because Mario hasn't been shy to be seen naked in his past. And I'm not talking about some questionable
6.9, that's a good length. That's a very good length. I would say that's the perfect length, in my opinion.
DeviantArt pages of the Rule 34 website. I'm talking in an official Nintendo release. You don't believe me? Then feast your eyes on the official Nintendo manga simply titled Super Mario, but known amongst fans as KC Mario, published way back in 1989. Volume 1 covers part 1 of the Super Mario Land saga, with Mario fighting off the villains of Sarasaland led by the evil alien Tonga. On page 52, we see Mario get bitten by a fishbone, only to get sent out of his overalls, and then turning the page, there he is, page 53, waving his pants in the air like he just don't care. And in the process, we confirm two things. One, that Mario apparently isn't just a plumber, he's going.
Did I miss something? What the hell is this?
Of his overall of the Super Mario Land saga, with Mario fighting off the villains of Sarasaland led by the
I'm gonna get banned off Twitch for this.
On page 52, we see Mario get bitten by a fishbone, only to get sent out of his overalls, and then turning the page, there he is.
The zoom in! The fact that started
page 53, waving his pants in the air like he just don't care. And in the process, we confirm two things. One, that Mario apparently isn't just a plumber, he's going full commando. And two, that Mario doesn't got himself a lovely bunch of coconuts. In fact, Mario's big toe is bigger than his dangling hammer, bro. I ran the numbers because of course I did, and Mario's little cannoli.
It's just the angle. Guys, calm down. Hear me out. It's just the angle. All right, he's probably a big grower, you know, I can relate.
2.5 inches, 6.3 centimeters, and to be quite honest with you, that is me being extremely generous with
My entire childhood is now ruined.
Maybe,
understandable.
Just maybe this stupid episode, by some miracle, turned out to explain a lot more than I initially anticipated about this franchise. With a size difference like that, it's no wonder Mario is aggressive, mean, and dismissive of his brother. He's jealous. Not only does
Dude, they should switch hats. Mario just took the biggest L.
Luigi have the superior jump, he's also apparently got the superior lump. It may also explain Mario's hero complex. He may not be feeling too super in the sheets, so he resorts to being super on the streets. And who knows, it may even explain Peach's continued avoidance of her poorly proportioned plumber. A former theory of mine did guess that she winds up with Luigi in the end anyway. So there you have it. Luigi, the super powerful half a billion.
It just being like a Kindle. I'm not interested in that stuff. What do you mean, like knowing about their penises? I think this is very fascinating.
Up with a girl and has an enormous...
I've never gotten to this side of the gaming sphere where we learn their penis sizes.
Man, looking back at all my theories on him, Luigi really does come out on top. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. And cut.
How do Waluigi and Wario measure up? I wish there was a sequel. Guess it's over. We're gonna drop a fat like on that one because that was beautiful.